Well, you know, at one point I thought that that was a sort of macho testing kind of thing, but looking back on it from a long distance, I see it very differently now. I see that that what they were after in this in the work was very different. And Bernie told me more than one time, you know, exhibits are stupid. It's a stupid form. Because, you know, he's the quintessential after school guy. You know, put him in a room with sixth graders at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and he's cooking, you know. And he just, I mean, he has very advanced, he was the one who was hanging around with Eleanor Duckworth and those kind of people long even before the rest of us had kind of cottoned on to some of this stuff. So this idea of a kind of constructivist notion of pedagogy, these things were very important to him. He really was an intellectual about educational methodology and that sort of stuff. John is like, I'm making exhibits here, baby. You know, come on, give me the goods. You know, don't mess around and don't tell me that the form is no good. It's what I do for a living. Hello? You know, and he was so skilled in so many ways, both in terms of his design skills and you know, his engineering background, all of that stuff. I think that's where the tension was. You know, because the whole business of, you know, how Bernie would actually develop an exhibit and, you know, the kinds of materials that he chose to use, the kind of themes he was interested in, all this stuff should have been dandy. But it just wasn't. He was grouchy, and John was grouchy. I don't know. You know, and I think that neither one of them was willing to put as much, you know, gloss on the thing as the girls were willing to do. You know, I think we were just more likely to kind of be good than they were. And I don't know if that's a boy-girl thing or not, but that's the way it turned out.